Hello and a very good morning to everyone. Welcome to the daily current affairs analysis of the Shankar IAS Academy, and today's video is for the date of 5th and 6th of May 2025. So before moving to the topics for discussion, there's just a small announcement. The All India Mock Test UPSC Prelim Test Series have been conducted for these two dates, 11th and 18th of May. So interested students can join in the free mock test series to boost up your prelims practice. Now moving to the topics for discussion. The first article titled Genome-Edited rice varieties discusses about two rice varieties being developed, and this article is from the Indian Express. The next article titled Khelo India Youth Games discusses about the inauguration happened in Bihar, and this article is from Hindu. So the next article titled India and Angola Relations discusses about their relation, and we would be seeing this article from the perspective of map, and this article is from the Hindu. So the next two articles are from the mains perspective. Here titled Indian Belgium Relations discusses about the geographical importance and the significance of this relation, and this article is from the PIB. And the last article titled Kaleshwaram Irrigation Project from the Indian Express discusses about the importance of the lift irrigation project. So without any much delay, let's get into the articles discussion one by one. News about the genome-edited rice varieties. Here for the first time, two new genome-edited rice varieties have been found. So why is this such a major breakthrough for the ICAR and India's agriculture? Here paddy is known to be a critical crop in India's food security. So these new varieties, which have been developed indigenously using cut edging technologies, require less water, produce bigger yields and lower emissions. So looking into the developmental highlights, first it's launched by our Union Agriculture Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan, and it is developed by 13 scientists who have been honored, and it was started in the year of 2018. So it was funded by National Agricultural Science Fund. And looking into the technology being used, they use the CRISPR, that is the precision gene editing that we all know. So the feature is there is no foreign DNA, as it is one of the most indigenously produced varieties. Now looking into the benefits, it has first higher yields up to 19% that has been increased for more grain, and it boosts the farmer income. Next is the greenhouse gas emissions has been reduced, which is 20% less methane being reduced, and it fosters climate change mitigation. Next is water conservation. It saves water. It is critical for water scarce regions, especially where there is vegetation for the rice. And next is it stands as a climate stress tolerant or resilient crop, where it has drought and salinity resistant capability and reliable in harsh conditions also, and it is eco-friendly and safe. And they are known to be as non-GMO, that is genetically modified organs, as these seeds are procured not in labs but they are procured through natural way, that is they are procured as a non-GMO. And next is having public and regulatory acceptance, where there is compliance needs being found also. Now after knowing this news, we need to know about few geographical conditions for the rice, which is the basics of the crop. So here it requires rainfall to 100 to 200 centimeter annually or irrigation supported. Next, looking into their temperature, they grow in 20 to 27 degrees Celsius during growing season. So they grow in the soil which is clay or loamy, which is water retentive. And looking into their topography, they grow in the plains and lowland areas preferred. So they are kharif crops in most of the states, but also rabi crop during summer in Tamil Nadu and Kerala. So looking into the top rice producing states 2023-2024, here West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Odisha and Chhattisgarh takes the top 5 place, and the highest productivity comes from the places of Punjab and Haryana, and the focus area is on the eastern India, which is Odisha, Bihar and Jharkhand. So these are the important rice varieties. We all know Basmati, they are GI tag. They are grown in the northwestern region of India, which is Punjab, Haryana, UP. And next is the hybrid rice, and next is the climate resilient rice varieties. Now looking into the government schemes and the minimum support price, the National Food Security Mission helps for the productivity boost of rice. Next, PM Asha, here they provide price support for paddy. Next, the minimum support price for the year of 2024 to 25 have displayed their income, sorry, their amount. Next is the Pusa Basmati, where they work for the export and water saving varieties of the rice. So I hope the article is clear. We have brushed the basics of the rice, and looking into the prelims practice question. What are SDN1 and SDN2 recently seen in news? So it is the type of gene editing approaches. So sometimes you can get statements which are confusing. Here's types of drought resistant rice strains, varieties of BT cotton, and biosafety protocols under PAQ. So if you know these all statements are for different topics, you can even use elimination here to get to this answer. Now the next article is about the Khelo India Youth Games. Here our Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates the 7th Khelo India Youth Games, which has been held in Bihar. So here the PM underscored the game's significance in providing a major platform for the nation's youth community. So here the inauguration ceremony of the Khelo India Youth Games 2025 happened in Bihar, Patna. So here Bihar is hosting the games for the first time in the year of 2025, and this is a nationwide supporting event with participants from different places of young athletes across India are participating. So the abbreviation for the game is Khelo India Youth Games, that is the KIYG. Here it has been organized by the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, and their purpose is to promote sports culture among India's youth and identify grassroots level talents. So these are the target groups: under 17 athletes and under 21 athletes, which is school level as well as college level. Now looking into the main features, to provide competition for the young athletes, annual scholarships for per athletes, which is for 8 years to top performers also, and helps in identifying potential Olympians for our country. Now looking into the highlights, here there were more than 8,000 people across the country being participated, and 28 different sports were taken into account, and these are the districts which hosted the event: Patna, Nalanda, Gaya, Bhagalpur and Begusarai. Now looking into the importance of this event, first is the influence of culture and community aspects. Here the Prime Minister invited visitors to experience Bihar's local delicacies cuisines like the litti choka, which is a traditional food made of roasted wheat balls stuffed with sattu, and makhana, fox nuts, a specialty of Bihar. So here we all know makhana is one of the most anticipated organic food which has its focus even in the startups of India. So this specialty of Bihar has a scope for a lot of business ideas, and also they have an importance in the social media also. Now looking into the significance, there is importance for boosting India's sports vision. Here we can see how India is taking sports as a soft power, which is part of our national identity also, and they are bringing in improvement of sports through policies as well as through investments. Here different schemes and different games like Khelo India Youth Games, University Games, Winter Games, Para Games are regularly held across the country for their development, and there has been a national level exposure and building confidence among athletes to boost them for the Olympics ultimately. So here India is having the Olympics aspiration, as India is working towards hosting Olympic Games in the year of 2036, and Khelo India and Target Olympian Podium scheme are part of this aspiration. So looking into new sports recognition through this event, here Indian athletes are now excelling in non-mainstream sports such as wushu, sepak takraw, which has been famous, then pencak silat, lawn balls and roller skating. So it is important to know these types of non-mainstream sports. And PM, he had recalled the historic medal which was won by Indian women in lawn balls in the Commonwealth Games of 2022. So I hope the article is clear. We can understand, we get to know about different events in sports, and nowadays in prelims there has been preference to ask about sports questions also. So in light of this article, let us see a prelims practice question: which of the reference to Khelo India Youth Games 2025? So here Bihar is hosting the event for the first time, which is true. The games are only open to athletes below 17 years of age, which is wrong. Here the government provides 5 lakhs annual scholarship for 8 years under India Khelo scheme, which is right. And Rajgir hosts a Khelo India State Center of Excellence, and I think it's 2 years. So the answer is option A. Statement 1, 3 and 4 are right. It is only 2 which is wrong. Here it talks about the India and Angola bilateral relations. Here, during his formal visit by the President of Angola, Manuel, have addressed about the India and Angola Business Forum. So, in light of this article, we would be seeing about few details about the bilateral relation, and about the map of the Africa, and also about various geographical features. So, first looking into the forum, where these priority sectors for cooperation have been addressed. First is the agriculture, where the place has high potential for agri-tech and farm investment. Next is pharmaceutical, where there is scope for generic medicines and healthcare infrastructure, and high scope for renewable energy, which includes solar, wind and hydroelectric partnerships. So through the Southern African Development Community and the African Continental Free Trade Area, the bilateral relation of India and Angola would be enhancing. So here we need to know that Angola is known to be one of the third largest place for the diamond producer in Africa, and they are rich in copper, uranium, gold, lead and zinc, and there is collaborative possibility for renewable energy as well as electronic vehicle supply chains management in Angola and for the country India. Now looking into the geopolitical location, here Angola is in southern African place bordering Namibia, Zambia, Democratic Republic of the Congo and the Atlantic Ocean. So here we can see Angola here, and we can see these are the neighboring countries, and it is part of the coastline of the Atlantic Ocean. Now looking into the major rivers of Africa, here first is Nile. We all know that Africa is known for its longest river of the world, which is Nile, and they flow through Egypt, Sudan, Uganda and Ethiopia. So here the blue Nile river from the Ethiopia and the white Nile from Lake Victoria and blue from the Lake Tana will be merging in Khartoum in Sudan, and there they form as Nile. So here we can see, here Nile, they flow to the Mediterranean Sea and they pass through Sudan, Egypt, and here we can see the white Nile, which is from Lake Victoria, and from Ethiopia the blue Nile from the Lake Tana would be merging in Sudan as Nile, and they would be reaching the Mediterranean Sea. Now looking into the other major rivers, next is the Congo. They flow through DRC, that is the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Then as they are known to be the deepest rivers of Africa, and they have rainforest basin and hydroelectric energy. So next is the Niger, and they flow through Guinea, and they have an inland delta in the Mali. Next is Zambezi River. They flow through Zambia and Mozambique, and they are known for their Victoria Falls and Kariba Dam. Next is the Lipomo. Next is the Senegal River, which flows through Senegal, Mauritania, which it forms as the natural boundary. And next is the Orange River, where they flow through South Africa, which is Namibia, and they form the southern border. Now looking into the important straits and channels, first is the Strait of Gibraltar, where it is between the Morocco and Spain, and it is between two oceans. It connects two oceans, that is Atlantic and the Mediterranean Sea. So here we can see this is the Strait of Gibraltar. Next is Bab el Mandeb, which is known for connecting the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. Next is the Mozambique Channel, where it connects the Mozambique and Madagascar, and it flows through the Indian Ocean route. And next is the Suez Canal, where we know it is a man-made canal, and it is not a strait but a vital trade link. Now looking into the major lakes of Africa, which is the Lake Victoria, which is one of the largest lakes of Africa and second largest lake, freshwater lake. So here they are known for their white Nile source, and they are part of Uganda, Kenya and Tanzania. Next is Lake Tanganyika. They are part of Burundi, DRC, Tanzania, Zambia, and they are the longest lake and they are the second deepest lake. Next is Lake Malawi. Next is Lake Chad. Here we all know that Chad is known for its rapidly shrinking capacity due to the climate change. And next is Lake Turkana, and they are part of Kenya, and they are one of the largest desert lake. Now looking into the major mountains of Africa, here Atlas Mountains, Mount Kilimanjaro and Mount Kenya are part of the physical features of Africa. And Atlas Mountains are known to have fold mountains in the northwestern part of Africa. Mount Kilimanjaro is known to be the tallest in Africa, and they are dormant volcano eruptions. Next, Mount Kenya, they are known to be the second highest mountain of Africa. And looking into the vegetation of Africa, they are known for coffee and cash crop regions. Ethiopia, we all know, they are birthplace for the type of coffee, that is the Arabica, and they are the major producer. Uganda is known for the second largest producer in Africa for coffee and tea. Kenya is known for being providing high quality coffee and tea, and they have volcanic soil. And the Ivory Coast and Ghana, they are known for the top global producers of coffee and cocoa. So here we can see this part of Africa known for their vegetation, as the Amazon forest places an important geographical location. So I hope the article is clear. So make sure that you have a clear understanding about the map areas of Africa and their surrounding water bodies. Now let's look into a prelims question. Angola shares its border with which of the following countries? And the option is 2 and 3, that is Namibia and Zambia. Now look into the news. News is from the PIB. It discusses about the strengthening the India and Belgium's partnership. Here, why it is in the news? Because our Union Commerce Minister Sri Piyush Goyal met the Belgian Minister of Defence and Foreign Trade, Mr. Theo, in Brussels. So, in light of this article, first let us see the information about the geographical location of Belgium, and then let us move on to the importance of this bilateral relation. So, first it is located in the Western Europe, and it borders with France, Netherlands, Germany, Luxembourg and the North Sea. So, here Belgium has the capital of Brussels, which has the European Union and NATO as their headquarters. So this is the map. Here we can see Belgium, and here we can see the North and Sea. So in light of this article, see the surrounding water bodies also. Now looking into the political division of the Belgium, they are divided into three parts. First is known as the Flanders, which is the northern part of Belgium. They are mostly Dutch speaking, which is Flemish, and they are industrialized in nature. So next is the Wallonia, which is the south, where it is French speaking and it is known as the rural areas. And next is the Brazil, which is the capital region, and they are bilingual, and the capital region is politically very important. So they follow federal parliamentary monarch, where they are federal in nature. They have bicameralism and parliamentary structure, and they have constitutional monarch. So here King Philippine is the monarch for the year of 2025. And looking into the languages of Belgium, they speak Dutch, which is Flemish, which is almost 60% of the population in the north. Next is French, which is the second important language, where 40% of the population speaks French, and it is southern part. And German is being spoken by minority in the eastern regions. So here looking into the international presence, Brazil hosts their place as the European Union headquarters and the NATO's headquarters. So looking into their economic importance, they are highly industrialized, export-oriented economy, and their major sectors would be for diamond in the Antwerp port, and they are also known for their pharmaceuticals, machineries, and chemical sector. So here the port of Antwerp is the second largest in the Europe. So here we can look into the map. So the mostly this part of Belgium is known to be as north, which is the Flanders, and they host the Antwerp port. And here in middle there is the Brussels, and it hosts the Seine River, and the south, which is known for having agricultural features also. Now I hope we have a basic understanding about the geographical location. Now let us see the importance of India and Belgium relations. First is their economic trade and ties. Looking into their bilateral trade, India is one of the fifth largest trading partner for the European Union, And looking into our foreign direct investment, almost 39% growth has been seen in the last year. So these are the key sectors where diamonds, pharmaceutical, machinery, chemicals and textiles are given importance. Next is strategic and technological cooperation. So different sectors such as semiconductors, nanoelectricals, clean energy when it comes to green hydrogen, then defense manufacturing, nuclear medicine and pharma related to research and development are their main focus. And looking into the importance of the Flanders region, which is in the north, they are known to be the economic hub with advanced manufacturing and strategic gateway to the Europe. So here you can see the map. Here you can see through the port of Antwerp, it is one of the strategic importance for the Europe as it is nearby to the water bodies as well as through the North Sea. Now looking into the multilateral ties and institutional ties, here to strengthen India and Belgium relations, we have signed up the EU and India Foreign Trade Agreement, which is ongoing, where it talks to reduce trade barriers. Next is migration and mobility agreement, where we aim to boost education as well as for skill exchanges. Now looking into few challenges, first is the trade imbalance. So fluctuations through the import and export, especially for the diamond trade, affect the consistency. Next is having regulatory gaps. Here the regulatory standards for both India as well as for Belgium, especially in the sector of farm and agriculture, are different, so it hampers the trade. Next is trying to bring in non-tariff barriers, as there is complex custom and certification issues between two countries which limit the market access. And next is there are more untapped sectors which can be looked into. So potential sectors such as telecom, IT and consumer goods. As we all know, they are known, for example, they are known for their comic called Tintin. Here you can bring in the entertainment business also, they can bring in the consumer goods also. So here looking into way ahead for those challenges, first we need to fast track the foreign trade agreement. So bring in EU and India trade agreement to fasten them. Next is deepening the sectoral ties. Here we need to explore Belgium's strength in clean energies, semiconductors and pharma. Then bringing in ease and regulation, setting up joint groups to align standards and cut the non-tariff barriers for smooth trade. Next is boosting the exchanges. Here finalizing migration and mobility pact for education and skills. So here we need to finalize for formal gateway for education as well as for skills and broaden the trade base. Here diversify into telecom, IT and consumer goods. So I hope the article is clear. Now let's look into a mains practice question. Discuss the significance of India-Belgium bilateral relations in context of trade, technology and strategic cooperation. How can both countries leverage their complementaries to forge a resilient economic partnership amid the global uncertainties? Now look into this news, Kaleshwaram lift irrigation project. So why it is in the news? Because the India's national safety regulator for large dams construction has found irreparable damages in the structure. So here Telangana's lift irrigation project, that is Kaleshwaram lift irrigation project, is India's one of the largest lift irrigation project for now. So here, according to the government, there has been irreparable damages found in the structures. So it is also Telangana's massive irrigation and very important project. So in light of this article, have basics about the importance of dams, different dams, important dams present in India, and also their constitutional provisions, just for basic understanding for prelims, and also about different reservoirs of India, as there has been questions reflected for both prelims as well as in mains about the dams, and also have a knowledge on their historical perspective for dams. Now looking into the overview, and now we can understand how important this article is. It is located in the Kaleshwaram of Telangana and it flows for the river Godavari and Pranahita confluence. So the confluence of Godavari and Pranahita, the dam has been constructed in Kaleshwaram of Telangana. So here it was inaugurated in the year of 2019. And the main objective of this dam construction is for irrigation, is for the drinking water purposes, as almost 20 or 23 districts are of Telangana are reliable for irrigation on this dam project. Next is for the drinking water purpose, their industrial use, and also to level up the groundwater recharge. So here this is the map of the Kaleshwar barrage. So now what is the issues with the Kaleshwar lift irrigation? So here lift irrigation means the working of the dam where due to the gravity forces the waters can be lifted, but here it is mechanized, that is it has been, the water is being lifted in the dam for the irrigation for the water purposes. So here it is one of the largest, that is multi largest lift irrigation project for Telangana. So the recent issues been found in this is there are structural failures. So here a pillar of called in the Medigada barrage pillar have sank, that leads to infrastructural damage. And next, according to this Controller Auditor General report, which was taken in the year 2024, there are issues related to economic unviability, then the cost overruns are higher, and undue benefits to the contractors in the project. So these are the policy versus the infrastructural concerns being taken in account. So the dam project, it comes under the Dam Safety Act of 2021. So here the purpose is to provide legal framework for dam safety, and the scope is only for the specified dams. So key institutions involved are National Committee on Dam Safety, that is the NCDS, then National Dam Safety Authority NDSA, and State Dam Safety Organizations. So here one of the main institution is the National Dam Safety Authority. Here it is the statutory body under Jal Shakti Ministry. So it is one of the important facts to be noted, and it functions for the regulatory oversight of the projects, then for the policy implementations, then to maintain a national registrar for the dams built, as it leads to only specific dams, and next bringing in safety manuals and inspections of the barrages and dams present. Now, what are the challenges here? Due to this multi-level lift irrigation, first there is high power consumption. So here the consumption of electricity is very more, and next there is cost overburden, that is financial burden for this irrigation project, as it is one of the nation's largest lift irrigation project, as it needs electricity for the lifting up of the water. And next is environmental ecological concerns related, and as it is dependent on the monsoon fed river only, and the displacement and rehabilitation issues related to the ecological concerns, environment as well as community concerns are a big challenge for this dam construction. And it is not just for this construction, it for over years of centuries, during the dam construction, the rehabilitation and displacement of people and communities have been always a bigger problem. Now, looking into way forward for the higher extensive use of the electricity and water is, amount, we can promote renewable energy use here, and to improve financial planning, as we can bring in green credits also. Then strengthening the water management in association with both the national as well as the local bodies, and ensuring environmental safeguards for the infrastructure and for the staffs involved, and bringing in fair rehabilitation policies for the communities being affected. So these are the, so in light of this article, these are the perspectives we can see how important the dam construction is and how it brings an impact. Now, looking into mains practice question, India's growing water infrastructure is both a boon and a challenge. Ensuring dam safety is crucial for sustainable development, and discuss this for 250 words for 15 marks. So I ask the students to give in their answer in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to give a like, comment and share. And to further not to miss any other content, subscribe to our channel. Thank you and have a great day.